So we are into week 2. So last week we talked about some general information about Brazil. This week we're going to talk about the political system. All right, so it's really, as we go through, you're just going to kind of look at, well, like I said, so our goal for this week is to understand how the Brazilian political system works. So you'll be successful if you can describe the Brazilian political system, and your task for this week is going to be create a newspaper article on corruption. So we're going to give you some key facts and things like that that you can use for your research, and you're to write a newspaper paper. Okay. So task 1 is just, what do you think? All right. Sorry, I had to close the door of my kids there because they were distracting me, and probably you. All right, so basically, Brazil is a democratic country where people are elected representatives. People in Brazil have to vote in elections. So anyone that is 16 or 17 or over to 70 can choose to vote. However, if you don't vote, or people who are 16, 17, or over 70 can choose to vote. However, between 18 and 70, you are required. So if you don't vote, you can't apply for a government job, and you can't get official documents. You're not able to get passport or driving license, and there's also fines. So the first task that I want to know is, what do you think? Do you think people should be made to vote every 2 years? If so, give a reason. If not, give your reason. Okay, so it needs to be something that's a bit developed. I want at least 3 or 4 sentences there. Task 2. All right, we're going to do a bit of a Venn diagram task. So you'll need to find a picture. If you're doing this in the booklet electronically, you can find a picture that represents it. Executive, for example, could be a picture of the president, could be a picture of the place where the president lives, could be a number of different things that you could fit into that, or it could be just a general picture that goes with it. If you're sketching it, if you're doing it by hand, it doesn't have to be anything artistic. It can just be a basic picture. It could be anything. I mean, really, some of the handwritten stuff that you guys have been sitting in has been absolutely brilliant. All right, so you need to find the suitable pictures and then take down some notes for the different branches. Okay, so the president, there's your notes. Executive, the legislative, there's your notes. Judiciary, I'm not going to talk through these because I think these are things that you guys are going to be able to find on your own. If you do have any questions, let me know. Task 3. Summarize Brazil's political system in 3 sentences. All right, keywords or phrases that you want to do, but basically you need to have these 3 things in there when you're talking about it. All right, so you get 3 sentences to do it down. Make sure there's, just because I'm saying you don't have to do as much, make sure you have enough detail in there. All right, don't just write something really, really basic. Okay. Task 4, corruption in Brazil. This is where we're going to start talking about, you are going to be writing a newspaper article. Okay, so you'll see some journalist notes, corruption scandal. So here's Operation Car Wash, was a big one. They started a state-owned oil company that was accepting bribes to give construction to companies' work. Okay, they had Brazilian-based construction company has admitted to paying over $1 billion in bribes in order to secure construction contracts dealing with the 2014 World Cup. So basically, lots of corruption and stuff like that going on there. All right. So as you are going to go through and you're trying to figure out what sort of level you're going to be working at level 3, which I would hope everyone want to be working at, you're going to spell most of the words correctly and use specialist vocabulary that we've learned in this lesson. Use complex punctuation and varied and mainly accurate, so don't write the same sentence every time. Review and edit your writing. Make sure that it's clear and accurate. All right. And level 4 is where you're moving in and going that little bit extra. So you use a range of strategies to ensure that all words are spelled correctly, and use specialist vocabulary. You're just kind of doing a little bit more there. Use complex and varied accurate punctuation. So it's the same thing there. Just make sure that you're a lot of times you can change the way your sentence is written, and you can get some extra credit, or you can get some extra detail in. All right, and review and edit your work independently. So do it on your own, and ensure the clarity. So you guys are going to be kind of sorting yourselves out on this. So task 5 is your newspaper article. So what you're going to do is just write a newspaper article in your jotters or your booklet, whatever you're using to write it down, and that's the information that you're going to use. Okay, so here's your quotes. The last thing is your plenary task. So there are 3 pictures. So for each image below, I want you to write out one sentence, which is why it is relevant to the Brazilian political system. So there's your 3 pictures. Why are they important? How are they relevant? Write out a sentence. Pretty much it, guys. But yeah, so that should work for week 2 for S3. Let me know if you have any questions, and we can go from there. Take care, guys. Speak soon.